The Federal Aviation Administration has announced that it will ground all Boeing 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9 jets. It comes amid new data linking Sunday's Ethiopian Airlines crash and last October's Lion Air crash. President Trump announced the decision from the White House yesterday.
We're going to be issuing an emergency order of prohibition to ground all flights of the 737 MAX 8 and the 737 MAX 9 and planes associated with that line. I've spoken to Elaine Chao, Secretary of Transportation, Dan Elwell, Acting Administrator of the FAA, and to Dennis Muhlenberg, CEO of Boeing. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Boeing is an incredible company. They are working very, very hard right now. And hopefully they'll very quickly come up with the answer. But until they do, the planes are grounded.
Joining me right now is South Dakota Senator, member of the Housing, Transportation, and Community Development Subcommittee, and pilot himself, Mike Round. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
What can you tell us about the Boeing situation?
Well, we don't know a whole lot more about it than what you've just shared. To begin with, it's Boeing has a fantastic record to begin with. The 737 by itself has a marvelous record for years and years. The 737 MAX and this particular the Dash 8. This particular one, now we've had two incidences. They have been very unfortunate. We've had loss of life. The FAA does have a good system in place. They've also received some what we call the NASA reports. This is where if a pilot finds something that's not right, they can make an anonymous report that can help in terms of safety. And that's been a very successful program year in and year out. My understanding is that there have been several reports that Boeing and the FAA may very well be able to go back in and pick up some additional data. Sounds like they've also received some very accurate information using some satellite tracking data that does correlate some similarities between both of these incidences, and I think that's the reason why they've taken this particular step to ground this aircraft at this time.
Yeah, I mean, as a pilot yourself, were there issues that the pilots were not aware of with the upgrade that the plane went through? I mean, we haven't heard from Boeing, which is an issue. The CEO needs to come out and explain what's going on here. Otherwise, we're seeing people sell now and think later.
You know, what we find with as pilots, we get trained based upon the type of aircraft that we're going to fly. Pilots that are going to fly a 737, they'll get what they call a type rating, which is specific to a particular type. But within those type ratings, they'll also have different upgrades to software. And as the software becomes more and more complicated, the training that goes into it is critical.
Yeah.
And that's part of the discussion that I think that they're going to have is are the pilots currently aware of what might happen? Do they understand what's running in the background? Do they know what happens in certain conditions, either on takeoff or on landing, that they need to be aware of? And at the same time, as they become more complicated, they can also add more and more safety features into the software that sometimes, unless a pilot is aware of, may seem to be a unique occurrence that they have to respond to. But in this particular case and in future cases, I am quite certain that the FAA will take a look at the software and the packages that go into them, and they'll evaluate them. But that's the reason why we've got the FAA on top of it, and I think they're perfectly capable of finding out what it is and working with Boeing to resolve this as quickly as possible. The unfortunate part is we've had loss of life.
And in the meantime, all of these planes are grounded in the U.S. as the FAA does that.